Yes, sir. Wednesday night, prime time, back on prime time, 8 o'clock p.m. Welcome to the 95 North Sports Machine. I am joined by my co-hosts, many of them, Antoine Smitty Smith, and that's Antoine with an O, young Christopher with a K, and our resident defensive coordinator, Bro Talk himself. What is going on, fellas?
And our enchanted host, Butter Can Babyface Birdo. He call him Triple B for short.
AKA Boogie Bird. You know what I'm saying? You got to move the shoulders when you say Boogie Bird. You know what I'm saying?
God damn. I hope we do a lot of boogieing Sunday against these darn LA Chargers. And that's the preview this evening, man. Week 13 on tap, man. Can you believe it? Week 13 is already here. And Dan Campbell-esque Bro Talk over here hiding the play calls. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We got Mad Mike Sports on Mad Mike Network. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Tiff Raines, Lisa Shepard, Miss Carrie is in the house. Floyd Donnelly, what is going on? Thank y'all so very much for joining us on this preview. Fellas, bye week is behind us now. The boys have been practicing, and we got a lot of good news from Atlanta Falcons today, man, as we're getting a lot of guys back, man. So the Falcons are starting to get healthy, man. Troy Anderson's back. Casey Washington, although not a major contributor right now on the offensive side, did suffer a pretty significant concussion there. But the bye week there allowed him time to heal up. D. Alford has been spotted back. Zach Harrison, Antonio Hamilton, J.D. Bertan, who's been out for multiple weeks with a concussion himself, is now back in the lineup, and we can't wait to see what the young man can do for this Atlanta Falcons linebacking core the rest of the way.
There is a report that DeMarco Hellams could be back in the coming weeks as well.
That's
wonderful. I can't wait to see what that brings, because I feel like he could be one of those guys that could be a spark plug for this defense with his versatility, from playing in the slot to blitzing and playing zone. He could be one of those guys.
Very, very much so, man. So the Chargers playing on a short week, more or less, man, as we've seen them host the Baltimore Ravens on a Monday night. A very physical game that could have came down to the wire, man, but obviously Baltimore edged it out, man. They had their all Harbaugh Monday Night Football game that I know schedule makers were like, oh, let's do this on a Monday night. It's fancy. But needless to say, man, Chargers got bested in that one. But a lot was had in that Chargers game, fellas, man. J.K. Dobbins goes down with a knee sprain or MCL sprain, going to be out some weeks. And you can account J.K. Dobbins for maybe 60% of their offense. Really not a loaded offense on the Chargers side. So, Bro Talk, man, talking defensively, the Falcons have to find ways to get right. And we saw some formulation Monday night used by Baltimore to get pressure on Justin Herbert with stunts, man. Is this the game where the Falcons at post-bye have gone back to the drawing board and say, okay, we need to do this because it has worked for us. Damn it, it worked for the Ravens. Why not us? Bro Talk.
So I'm going to preface this for everyone because I know how Falcon fans are. I know how I am. I know how y'all are. Don't expect a whole lot of changes. Okay.
Right.
Jimmy Lake is still the defensive coordinator. He's not going everywhere. Raheem is building. This is building blocks. And Raheem's Monday presser, he said that he wants to take the route of the Lions. And not to say that they're going to be the Lions, but it took years of building a culture, building the guys that they wanted to. So it's going to take some time for the defense. But we have seen stunts. We have seen Caden Ellis blitz up the middle. You said it. J.D. Bertrand comes back. Troy Anderson's getting healthy. So you add versatility in the linebacking room, which has been one of the weaker parts of our defense and you can attack the Chargers middle of the offensive line. The guards and specifically the center, that's their weakest points. Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, they can be left on islands with Judon, Ebiketie, whoever. Don't expect a whole lot from those edge rushers unless they are stunting towards the middle. That's where we can find success more blitzes, not just faking and dropping out of blitz, but actually sending the blitz. The Ravens found success in sending 5 or more guys often because it left everyone one-on-one, and someone would eventually break free and force Justin Herbert off his spot. But we saw what Justin Herbert could do. He can move. He can move in the pocket, run around, still hit a guy down the field. A very familiar face that Falcon fans love. Ladd McConkey is breaking out to the scene. He is a yak monster for the Chargers. He's their wide receiver 1. So the question mark I have is, are you going to stick with this soft zone, or are you going to change up the zone to show it as man but drop in the zone, or show a mixture of packages? Because the Ravens' success was that mixture of man and zone, and showing different looks, rotating safeties. Kyle Hamilton, their unicorn. Who's our unicorn? It's all pro Jesse Bates. Are you going to have him more in the box? Are you going to bring in Richie in the box? So many different things. Are you going to have 3 linebackers in your nickel front like we saw against the Aints? You saw 3 linebackers on the field at one time because you wanted more beef, a run stuffer in case the run was there. But you could also send Caden or Troy the speed at linebacker. So we got the bye. I know everyone's looking back. Oh, 2-game loss. Yeah, it sucks. But now we're healthy, or everyone's coming back, especially with the biggest thing that I saw in the injury report is everyone that was in concussion protocol practiced in a limited form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That shows that they are on the track to play on Sunday and be active. The biggest thing is we've been saying it, right? Nate Landman, we love you. We love everything you've done for Atlanta, but your time is now as a special teamer and as a reserve for the defenders, Caden, Troy, and JD. I'm ready to see JD splash onto the scene. The kid is special. He has instincts that this coaching staff is looking for. They got to take a step up. Don't expect a lot of sacks. Don't expect all these rah-rah things that we've been wanting to. It's a process. Trust the process. Just hope that adjustments were made and you can limit the Chargers scoring opportunities.
Yeah, that's an awesome point into Nate Landman, man. JD Bertan, Notre Dame linebacker Notre Dame linebackers were built different, minus Manti Te'o and Prince Shembo. I think JD Bertan probably would be the best out of that core to come out from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Gus Edwards now presumably will be the starting running back for the Baltimore Ravens. So again, and Broto, before we even started the show, we kind of got all on this, right? Is the linebacker core the key to success down the stretch for this Falcons defense? We got to take this linebacking core and put it under a microscope, right? What have they done well? Run stuffing, not so well, because the guys up front really haven't been able to create the havoc that we all thought. So is linebacker play the key going down the stretch? This is what, the 3rd game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. In chat, please help me on this one. That all 3 linebackers have played together. You got week 1, they all played together. Sunday, a couple weeks back against the Saints, that was another game, and now this game, all the guys are potentially gonna play together. So, is this Falcons team, their success on defense or turnaround on defense, predicated on the success of the linebackers going forward?
So, yes, but also, they can't do it by themselves. And I've seen a lot of discussion on X and other Falcon platforms is the personnel Jimmy's using. He is afraid to have a big body in there in the nickel package.
Yep.
Put in Eddie Goldman. Who cares? Because he's a big body. If they run, you are prepared for the run. And Eddie Goldman has shown flashes to be able to rush the passer. Also, the alignment of the linebackers. I saw someone point this out, and I didn't notice it until I saw that and looked in it. They're more of 7 yards off the ball versus 4 to 5 because we have such small defensive linemen and they're not able to keep them clean, as the football terminology would be. And so they have to be able to read and react and avoid the block versus being closer to the line of scrimmage, knowing that the defensive line can eat up those blocks. So what are they going to do? We saw Taquan Graham. He was the best at this, but he also got called the most as defensive holding. You got to hold that guy that's trying to get to the second level. And the biggest thing with, and I'm eager to see this because the Chargers always want to give you the threat of a run. Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman style. 20, 21, 22, 12, 13, 11 personnel. They're going to run in no matter what personnel. So how does Jimmy match that, right? Normally we've seen that nickel light box package. We don't have that defensive back in the box to help with the run because we really don't have that Kyle Hamilton-esque player that can fill that void. I mean, Jesse Bates does a great job, but we want him further back playing the pass rather than run defending, run stuffing, right? So is Jimmy going to be playing more base defense, which I think he should, because that allows Eddie, Grady, Onyemata, Zach Harrison, those bigger bodies to eat up those blocks and then allow the linebackers to flow and play instinctual football and not worry about getting caught on the second level.
So can we see more of Eddie Goldman? Is there enough to squeeze out of Eddie Goldman that he could turn into a 3-down play? You mentioned holding the guards and pulls. Eddie he eats up space in his own right, but we utilize him on run down situations, but also use him in pass situations as well, which would probably be key because Justin Herbert really not, even though he's good in the pocket, I think he's even better as a scrambler because he could throw on the run. And through 13 weeks, he has pedestrian numbers, only 2,400 yards pass, averages only 200 yards a game, has already been sacked, I think 25 or 27 times. Could be a time in passing situations where the Falcons and Jimmy can just pin their ears back and send 5, a la how the Ravens were getting pressure on Justin Herbert, man.
I agree with that 100% because as I look at it, I would love to see more Kentavious Street this game, David Onyemata, and Eddie Goldman in that front three. There's no knock to Grady, but Grady is a little bit undersized still to me. But I would like to see those 3 big bodies in there instead of Grady, and they can rotate it like that. Because like he said, when you playing against the run, you got to have the big bodies to clog up those run lanes. Even though we have Gus Edwards, the second string running back, they have a rookie running back who's played well also. So you got to keep that in mind. So we got to keep big bodies up this game, man.
Man, you can't let Justin Herbert get into rhythm either. Bo Nix, he completed 80% of his passes against us due to the scheme on how we was playing and also the rhythm of the offense. So we definitely let's do what it do. But so we definitely have to limit that. And also, no matter who's on the field, the Falcons have to win on third down on both sides of the ball, especially since we're talking about defense. We have to get off of the field on third down. We're 30th right now. And in the last 2 weeks, the Chargers have been 8 for 25 on third down. We need to try to do our best, especially in the secondary, which has been our strength this year. We need to limit these guys, and we need to do something we haven't been able to do in the last couple of weeks. And what is that? Cause turnovers.
Yeah,
we need
that's a key point.
And you start that with stopping them on first and second down, with lower and lower gains, because if they have third and long, that gives you a better chance to get off the field. Go ahead, Kel.
So the good thing, well, I say good thing is just from rewatching the Ravens game from the All-22 is Greg Roman can be predictable when it comes to run or pass. If it's a third or second and long, it's most likely a pass. If it's first and 10 or second and short, it's going to be a run no matter what. He doesn't really mix it up. And that was the knock he got when he was in Baltimore, not mixing it up and kind of holding the offense back. And I think he's finding the same struggles. Now, Gus Edwards only averages 3.3 yards per carry, but he's coming off an injury. That doesn't mean he can't gash us where we've been weaker. Again, is Jimmy, are you going to take the step forward and out coach an offensive coordinator who I think isn't the greatest in the league? And I'm surprised, just got it. Same situation. Raheem hired his buddy. Jim hired his buddy, someone he was familiar with. Good point. Kind of the same situations that the Chargers are in, right? They like to compare the Falcons and the Chargers, right? The Chargers are the AFC version of the Falcons. So it's similar situation. So which coach is going to take advantage of the other? Let it be you, Jimmy. I really – Raheem's demeanor and Raheem's personality, he's not it doesn't matter if you're a friend. He doesn't mind to tell you, like, you need to step yourself up. Yeah, you have not been looking at what's been going on the field to match your play calling, your personnel. You need to step up if you want to be successful in this league.
And bro, talk, this is something that I thought about this past week going into this game. Since the Chargers wide receivers, they took a big loss their wide receiver core this off season. I think that's an advantage the Falcons should take. That's a situation the Falcons should take advantage of. Blitz more with the defensive backs to help get pressure on Justin Herbert. But I think, them not being able to throw the ball well, I think you can use that to your advantage by blitzing these linebackers just a little bit more this game.
Lad McConkey's going to get his. Let's just be, he's going to get his. He's going to get his. Do not let Quentin Johnson build his confidence. Well, don't let his hand get hot, because once he regains his confidence, you could be seeing a young Mike Williams, someone that could get over the top of you and make those spectacular catches. The reason why he was drafted in the first round. Same thing with Josh Palmer. He's got that speed. Not a lot of people talk about Josh Palmer. He's got speed to burn you.
Yep.
Do not
absolutely runs routes well too.
Yeah, he does. Don't let them gain that confidence. Okay, you want to dink and dunk underneath and just tackle. Just tackle. Rally to the tackle. Dink and dunk all you want. Just make the tackle.
And you talk about sneaky players. 12th. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No, go. I don't want to.
One player that's been sneaky the whole season, and he's always been there with his career, is Joshua Palmer. He kills people underneath. He's good with run after the catch, and he's a threat in the red zone. So there's one guy that y'all got to keep an eye on.
Fellas, this is going to be another question regarding defense, right? So we're going up against the 18th ranked rushing offense, which now is negated, obviously, with Dobbins' injury. But now is what's more highlighted is their 19th, their 19th offensive yard. Boy, man, help me out here. What the hell I'm trying to say? They're 19th, they're ranked 19th overall in passing. I can't get this shit out. What the fuck, man?
We believe in you, brother. We knew you were going to get
it. Off. No. I'm over here trying to talk too fast. So is this game plan now more so on Jimmy really looking in the mirror and say, okay, this is my chance now to redeem myself in some sort of way? We've always asked for more man. So could this be the game? Dobbins being, out of the equation, putting really the pressure on Quentin Johnson and Lad McConkey, which you mentioned, Bro Talk, he's going to get his. Is this the time? Could this be a possibility?
Yeah, no. The thing with Raheem and Jimmy is they're trying to build a foundation for a defense, right? The defense they're going to run in the long term, right? I was talking to Jones earlier and commented on one of his posts is this offseason was phase one for the defense. You draft your defensive linemen that you want and think fit your defense, okay? Phase two will come later. But to finish off the year and finish strong, have the fans rally behind you after they've been wanting your head, is to switch it up. The Falcons, statistically, when you look at facts, right, look at numbers, their EPA is in the positive when they are in man coverage. What is EPA? What is it? Expected points attributed. I don't remember what the acronym means, but it means like you're beating what the computer says you're supposed to do on that specific play. Okay. When they're in zone, they're in the negative. And when I mean the negative, it's not like, oh, we're just below zero. No, we're like towards the bottom. So you play to your strengths. You play to your strengths. And this defense, this personnel group is fitted to run man. That allows Jesse and Justin to rotate. One be a high safety, both be high safeties, one be a robber, and then you can, here and there splash in the defensive plays that you want. So the guys do get the reps. The guys that you want here long-term get the reps in. But if you want to win a football game, it's part of coaching, right? Anyone that's been a coach or been a part of a football team is you play to you can't run what you want 100%. You just play to your strengths. And right now the strengths for the Falcons is playing man coverage.
And this is a question for you, Kev. He said, how do we stop Lad McConkey?
You don't. He's gonna get his. He's an excellent route runner. Everyone who's an Atlanta native and a Georgia Bulldog fan has seen what he can do at the collegiate level, and it's translated. He already has the relationship with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert trusts him. Even Lad's making stuff up on his own based off what he sees. Justin trusts what Lad sees. So if he needs to divert, the Travis Kelce run whatever route you want, that's what he's already kind of doing like a vet in the NFL. So how do you stop him? You just limit him, right? He's going to get his catches. You just try and aggressively jam him within those 5 yards, get him off this spot, and don't let him get a free release. A free release is a nightmare for any defense going
against Lad. Make him stay in front of the first down marker.
So let me ask you this. Do you press up with AJ Terrell, or do you press up with the returning Mike Hughes on Ladd McConkey?
Put Clark Phillips on him.
Absolutely, match
Clark
that.
Phillips.
Yep.
Clark Phillips is, Ladd's not the biggest receiver. He's not the biggest receiver. Clark's not the biggest corner. But Clark's footwork and instinct pairs well to match him against Ladd McConkey. That's what I'd like. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But I think that's where the Falcons find the most success. You put AJ on Quentin Johnson, shut that guy down. Don't even give him an ounce of hope or confidence. Let him build confidence against other teams. Don't let him build confidence against us. And then Mike Hughes can keep up with Josh Palmer. That's how I would go about it. But again, I'm not the coach. It's up to Jimmy to help put his players and his team in the best situation possible.
Facts. Shout out to all you Falcon Mind, man. Y'all please go check them out on YouTube, man. Help them get to them 1,000 subs, man, because
they're beyond
they put in the work, man. They put in the work. Mike and John have been some of our biggest supporters, man. So y'all please go check out of your Falcon Mind. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all as well, man. And to everybody in the chat, happy Thanksgiving. Man. I get to eat it like a chicken tomorrow. Thank you, Jesus.
Chicken.
Anybody have pumpkin pie?
Hell no.
Hater.
Hold on. We say that to the end of the show. End of the show.
Okay.
Oh, he's reeling it back in. I love it.
My answer still gonna be the same, though, so go ahead.
Offensively, right? Not the two games that we wanted against the Saints and the Broncos. Of course, Zach Robinson now able to get, getting back into the flow of things and seeing revisiting what he's done so well, to begin the season, eliminate things that, aren't so well in the playbook. So going forward, fellas, going against this Chargers defense, that they got some guys that can get after it, man. That defense they're no slouch, man. 35 sacks to date, and they get it from multiple ways. Tuli Tuatupolu, USC pass rusher. He's probably their pass rush maven. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, really not the same guys. Another one. So how important is it for the Falcons to set the tone early on? I know Bijan Mustard, that is going to get his fair share, but Tyler Algier has to get going in this second half. If Zach really wants to balance this offense out to open everything up. What say you, fellas?
Well, the Falcons are facing an uphill battle. We already know top scoring defense. What they're also, I think, fourth in red zone touchdowns as far as like allowing them. But to be honest with you, here's why stats aren't for losers. Because in the last two games against teams with weapons, against good quarterbacks, and against teams with, semi-winning records, if you think about it, they haven't really won a game against teams with winning records. But besides all that, in the last two games, they've given up 57 points. Now, we know that they're still the top-ranked, top-scoring defense, but in the last two games, 57 points, including 33 points in the second half. Okay? So the Bengals and the Ravens already showed you how to attack this defense. You have Chase Brown. You have Derrick Henry. Both of these guys got over 140 yards from scrimmage. Now, I know out of those 19 touchdowns that they've given up this year, 14 have been through the air. So that means Zach Robinson is going to have to use his weapons to exploit this defense. And you have ways to do it. We said we're going to be using more play action. I believe the play action can get explosive plays because you have Darnell Mooney, you have Drake London who can provide that, because both of those receivers, most of their targets have been within a first down or more this season. You can attack this defense, but it's going to have to start with the run game.
Also, one thing to point out before you guys go in, right? Darnell Mooney did pop up on the injury report and wasn't seen at practice due to that hamstring. And it would be a critical blow to this Falcons offense. Why? Because the Chargers have led in the past 4 weeks back-to-back explosive yards to offenses. So really, it would have been nice to have his explosiveness on the field. We don't know what it's going to look like on Sunday, but have to point that out because there is vulnerability on the Chargers back end of this defense.
So,
Berto,
it's got to start with Bijan, though, y'all. It's got to start with Bijan.
The guys that said that he wasn't at practice later corrected themselves. He was.
Did they? Okay, he was.
He was at practice, just in a limited fashion. So he is practicing. So
he is practicing.
That's awesome. Which I think he will play. He will.
I hope so. I hope
But
so, man.
before I go, man, we got to give a shout out to our boy Sean.
Let's
get it, GA, man.
GA, what's happening, brother?
Go
Appreciate
check him
you,
out,
man.
on YouTube. Let's get it, GA, for all your gaming, man. He's gonna start a Falcons channel soon, and we're gonna help him jumpstart that thing. $50 donation. We truly appreciate that. Said great analysis. Happy Thanksgiving. Got a bad feeling for the second half of the season, and I understand how he feels because I said with that New Orleans game that could spell doom because games like that could turn any team season around. But to go to what Christopher said, go ahead.
No, only because yes, you were right. That loss like that against the Aints can definitely hinder your morale, definitely damper your season. This right here is the perfect time to turn that thing right back into the right direction against a team who is coming on a short week, who is having to travel down to Atlanta. You got to jump on them early. You have to jump on these guys early, and I believe you have to make the Chargers one-dimensional. Take away the run, make Justin Herbert throw it 50 times. I mean, you at least you give yourself more opportunities for possibly a turnover. You know, at the end of the day, we can't let Gus Edwards go off. This is a time to possibly hold this team Chris, down under 90 yards of rushing.
Yeah, honestly, Chris, Gus Edwards is one of those guys any given Sunday with the right block, and he can go off. I seen him do it in Baltimore many times. Because at one point he was the Ravens starting running back. But to your point with the wide receivers, man, I agree 100%. And this is why they need Lazy Bone to step up, which is I'm talking about Kyle Pitts, especially Darnell.
Wait, what the fuck?
Hey, especially Darnell Mooney is going to be limited with his snaps due to a hamstring. Kyle Pitts has got to step up. He's got to control and man the middle of the field. Why? Because as I said in my preview, on the NFC South round table, the run game has got to get going this game. And I love Bijan Robinson, but Tyler Algier will have to be the focal point with the run game this game because you have to wear down their Chargers defensive line. Because if they get to going early, Kirk Cousins is going to have a long game. So Tyler Algier needs to be the focal point with the run game this game, and Kirk Cousins needs to get his play action back going. When his play action was going, we were winning. Bijan Robinson, he has to get back to the Bijan Robinson he started with that 5-game streak as to where he had over 100 yards from scrimmage, and he had those 6 total touchdowns. We need to get back to that type Falcons offense. If we can do that, I think this game would be a great start to a good run to finish this season off.
Well, Smitty, we got to have a mixture of things, though, too. We need to switch some things up, man. I don't care if you got to have Ray McLeod I don't care if you got to have Ray in the backfield and Bijan stretched out wide, just to have the defense thinking, what the heck is coming? Just to make them think instead of being instinctive. Just different things. Having both of the running backs back there as well, we'll see Bijan and Tyler in the backfield. Just different things that we can do to switch things up. Yeah, we don't need Quentin Johnson to gain
hot hands from Little Giants. That's what we need him to be. Hot hands from Little Giants on Sunday, man. Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you, this doesn't need to be another one of those games where a guy is getting off against the Falcons, y'all.
Man,
we can't allow that to happen. We can't allow it. We have to dictate the tempo.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Over here, Smitty being Mr. Doom and Gloom. Okay. We're all basketball fans, right?
Yeah.
What do coaches normally do when the opposing team goes on a run?
Call a timeout.
And what did we just have?
We just had a bye week. A timeout.
And to build on Chris's point, perfect timing. Your defense is doing this. Your offense has flatlined. You call a timeout, the perfect time, injuries, all that. This is a recipe for success. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I got to be doom and gloom. I'm just saying. I just state the fact.
That's why you're up there, right? And we're diagonal from each other.
Yeah.
You got to be dynamic.
Even though it's dynamic, hey, you still on the bullshit. Taz, man, he got a question, man. He said, why every time a big league, Raheem likes to play conservative. That irritates me to the max. Why not be like the Lions and blow people out? Mamba mentality. I'll let somebody else answer that.
Have we had a big lead this year
Uh,
other than the Panthers game? I think it's
I was
relatively
about to
been
say
all
he must
close
be talking about
games.
the Panthers game. But and
Maybe.
even in that
Yeah.
Panthers game, we did let up on the gas a little bit. We should have ran.
We did.
Ran them. I don't like taking my foot off the gas either. I feel like no matter who the team you play, good or bad, if they're bad, show them that they're bad, beat them into the ground and be like, yeah, this is where you are, in the ground. And if they're good, you got to treat them with respect and make sure you're playing the correct way, because you can't give that other team opportunities because they can beat you just like that. So I understand. Basically, what I feel like what he's saying is we haven't played that complete game fully yet. And I believe that that's true. We still waiting for a complete 60 minutes from the Atlanta Falcons. And also something that we haven't really mentioned yet, I'm not sure if we were going to get to it or not, but special teams. We have to make sure we're winning in special teams this week, because they also have Darius Davis, somebody who was a good return man at TCU, and we can't allow him to flip the field, put Justin Herbert in favorable situations against our defense. We can't allow that. We got to win special teams as well.
Very good, very good. One way to neutralize one of their better defensive players, and one guy that can wreck hell, Derwin James, man, that's got to be a focal point for the Falcons.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the box a lot.
To key in on where he's at all the time. They do blitz him a lot, and he was, he's pretty, all over the field. He was all over the field on Monday night. What can the Falcons do? Is this where we can split Bijan out to force Derwin to come in and leave him on the island against a running back of Bijan's caliber? What do you guys see as the main ingredient to really limit Derwin James? As I mentioned, he's a game wrecker. Guys on the edges, Bosa, Khalil Mack, not the same as they once were. Let's be honest. But Derwin with James still is that main component on defense. Terry Wilson, what's going on, brother? What do you feel? Bones Jones, you're here, right? With a great point. Khalil Mack is an outside zone killer. Let's see what you got, Dwayne Ledford. That is A1. That's
Jones and I are on the same page. Jones and I are on the same page. We all know
Khalil Mack is setting the edge.
We all know who the offensive coordinator is. But Dwayne Ledford holds the title of run game coordinator. So he comes up with the scheme. Zach calls the plays. And Dwayne Ledford is a part of Arthur Smith's staff that stuck around because, hey, let's be honest, he did a really good job with the offensive line. So what did he do? He tried to keep that scheme going. Can't do that. Bijan, what was he successful at in Texas? Inside zone. Tyler is a great guy at outside zone because he's a one-cut. He sees the hole and he hits it. And he hits it. He's physical.
And that's exactly why I say he has to be the focal point of the run game. This game. Go ahead.
So Zach, I did see growth from Zach because the Broncos were actually really good outside zone run defenders. Okay. He early on in the game, I don't know if you guys noticed, he was running duo and inside zone concepts, which is more up the middle where the weakness was. Does he continue to do that? Because if you look at the Rams, right, we're coming from the Rams offensive scheme, the Sean McVay tree, he runs duo concepts. He runs inside, outside zone. He also runs split zone, which is also like of the power family tree, not really power. Zach Robinson, include power. We need power in this running game.
Yeah,
but
we do.
It's up to Zach. You can call outside zone. It's up to Zach to be like, you know what, Dwayne, I'm not calling this play. We're gonna gash him with inside zone all game. Just attack the defensive tackles. Because who's their defensive tackles? Sebastian Joseph Day? Like I don't even know.
No, he's not there. He's with the Titans. Morgan
Fox. Oh no, it's Puna Ford and
Tiara
Tart.
Yeah, Puna Ford.
Oh my God.
So those two guys are still good, but
Tart has been a game record.
They can get moved. But Khalil Mack, and then another thing to add to that, Derwin James. How do you stop him? You run right at him. Everyone's advocating for Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier and Derwin James. When you keep doing that time and time again, shoulder to shoulder, you know who's going to give first? The safety. He's going to say, coach, put someone else in there. Let me cover. The running back, Tyler, we've seen Tyler. He loves to beat people up, and he
Sure does.
You've only ever seen it one time. He punishes people. He does not get punished. So you do it over and over and over and over again.
So
Darwin's
going
to be doing this.
You making my point,
right?
Making my point.
Real quick, and Tyler, since he hasn't been utilized like that in the last few weeks, he should be the healthiest back of them all. So go ahead and just run at him. I don't expect, excuse me. I would like to see our running backs have at least 15 touches apiece. At least. Bijan can have more touches if you want to, whatever, if that's what you want to do. But Tyler needs to have at least.
I think Tyler just needs to be the focal point against a pass rush team.
I do too.
You need to back them up off the line as much as you can. Because if you hit them in the mouth, they're going to back up just a little bit. And that's all you
on
need.
the field. Have them both on the field.
That's what I was saying earlier. Put them both out there. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that
hey, 21 personnel will be vital in this game. I'm a big fan of having, Bijan and Tyler in at the same time. And speaking of personnel numbers and stuff like that, we've seen the Ravens run a multitude of personnels, 11, 12, 13 this past week. Can the Falcons do the same thing, mimic the same thing on offense in 11 personnel, bro talk? Is there something here that the Falcons can take advantage of on this Chargers defense?
I think Zach might need to go back to his original thought process when he started the year, because he thought this team was going to be a 12 personnel heavy team with Charlie and Kyle Pitts on the field. And when Ray started kind of springing onto the scene, he kind of switched that mindset. But going to a 21 and 12 personnel in this game, I think would help elevate it, because then you have, Charlie and Kyle are on the field. It gives the guessing game, because most of the time when Charlie's on the field, what is it? It's a run, right?
It's a run.
Most of the time when Tyler's on the field, what is it? It's a run. You got to keep the defense guessing, so they don't see, Kyle's checking out, here comes Charlie. They're going to run some form of run. You have them both on the field, motioning both. You just got to keep the defense guessing.
You do.
Are the Chargers defense good? Yes, but I think the stats are misleading, because to Chris's point, they played the Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Okay. Right. They played the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. We're not at that level, right, in passing or rushing, but we're creeping up there. We have the mixture of both.
We got a mix.
Yeah, we got a both. We got both, right? Right. We got both that we can be able to do that. What happened?
And I'm glad you brought that point up about two tight end sets, because once they switched over to Charlie Warner playing more inline and helping with the helping on McGarry's side, that's when Bijan Robinson took off. So once they're
going to need that. They're going to need that with Khalil and Joey. Yeah.
The quick game, the quick passing game could be in full effect this game. I talked to Bro Talk about this, man. I'm craving for Bijan's role going in the second half to mimic James White of the New England Patriots when James White was relevant. This guy was a check down nightmare for a lot of NFL defenses. Bijan's way better than that, and Bijan could be that headache going forward, allowing Tyler to just feast underneath, keep the defense guessing, as everybody has been saying. I think that's one way that you could utilize Bijan going forward and make him that much more dangerous within this offense. We've already seen how Zach likes to scheme up certain things. So if there's another page in his book or another section where it's just plays like that for Bijan, I want Bijan in space, more in space. Right. So giving him those stretch run plays or those inside zones where he has to work to gain yards, right? I want him with the ball in his hand and let him get after the yak, man. And I think against this Chargers defense, that's pretty fast and physical, could be another route to success and getting a W on Sunday, man.
Right. Force them to overplay, man. Force them to overplay. Let them come in with that, and then slip them out the backfield with Bijan, gash them. Next thing you know, just have them thinking. That's what I want them to be on the field on this short week. Bring different formations out there. Have them thinking instead of just reacting. And I think they honestly can be able to take advantage, especially on some deep shots, because you can hit this defense on some deep shots. We do have some players that have that ability.
They don't have anyone in that linebacker core that can stay with Kyle Pitts. So you got to make him a focal point of this offense.
Does he want to run? Does he want to run?
Look,
You
look,
call
look,
him
look,
lazy.
look. The Chargers
Oh,
are kind
man.
of the same as the Falcons. They're a zone heavy scheme team. Okay,
Right.
where you're going to be able to hurt them the most, I think, advantages the Falcons because we like to use Darnell Mooney in the corner, deep dig routes in the middle of the field, in that little seam void, in that little hole in that cover 2 zone. So it has advantages. It's just a matter of giving Kirk time, right? Giving Kirk the time, holding your blocks just enough. Kirk is one of the most, what is it? He's got one of the lowest times to throw because the pressure, the pocket just collapses, and it's partially because he's a statue back there. But if he has that enough time, 2.5, 2 3/4 seconds, he's going to find his guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. It's shaping up to be a good one here. Before we get into the X factors, I don't know if you guys can agree, but Sunday's shaping up to be a playoff game style atmosphere for these Atlanta Falcons due to the magnitude of the schedule going forward. We still have some tough games remaining, but this one here will be very telling on how the Falcons will play those teams coming up. So it's going to be very important. So all the fans that are going there Sunday may make as much noise as possible. Hell, X factor has to be the crowd. Let's just put it like that in some way, shape, or form, which springboards us into the X factor segment of this game. I'll start with young Christopher. Your X factors for this game leading into Sunday.
Let me fulfill my notes here. Let me see my notes here.
This is the man that works. This is the man that works for what network?
Notes here. Get my notes here. Nah, man. Honestly, again, I'm gonna go back to this run game. I'm going Bijan Robinson, man. I'm going Bijan Robinson. Use him in any form of way that you can. Yes, you can still make Tyler the focal point as far as actually the bulldozer, punching them in the mouth, but find different ways to get Bijan Robinson the ball in space. Find different ways to get Bijan Robinson, to be able to hurt that defense. Find him often. Use Tyler. Use this run game. I definitely just want to go with Bijan Robinson. He is the X factor for me. If you get him going early, it's going to be a long day for that Chargers defense on this short week. You just got beat up by Derrick Henry. Now you got to worry about trying to tackle Bijan Robinson, and you still have to worry about Tyler Algier punching you in the mouth too. Now on defense, I'm definitely going Jimmy Lake. I mean, who else am I going with? Definitely Jimmy. I'm just saying, who else am I going with, man? You got to put your players in the right positions this game. You have to use your guys, man. You have to switch it up. You may have to press up on these wide receivers, man.
Whoa.
You really have to. Wolf, what it do, brother? How you doing, family? Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and same thing to everybody in the chat, man. But again, Jimmy Lake, man, let's see how you scheme it up. Let's see if you can put us in the best situation. Make this offense one-dimensional, whether it be pass or run, which I think the run would be a little bit more easier. Hopefully, this game, and we're getting back healthy. So that's another that's an X factor in itself. The Falcons being healthy and healthier in this game compared to weeks before. So that's my X factor. I don't know what Otan got to say up there, but just let me know.
Wow. Just like that, Chris. Damn.
Oh, B-Dub cracking jokes. But I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier, Lord. Man. Offense, I'm going Tyler Algier, man. Short week, long flight. Defense may be a little jet lag, so you got to take advantage of that. You got to hit him in the mouth from the first snap. And back them defensive linemen off that line of scrimmage. And I think with that, I think if they open up the run game and they run for at least 150 yards as a team, I think that's a recipe for Kirk Cousins to have a comeback game, because last two games he's just been off. So if he gets it going, gets that confidence going back in the right direction, I think Tyler Algier will be key to that, because we know he loves to punish the defenders, and they make business decisions, and they're going to make that decision not to wear themselves out defensively. I got to go with the linebackers, man. We talked about that a little bit in the game as well. The
Mhm.
linebackers have to come out and they have to cover, man. They have to
Love
shoot
it.
their gaps. They have to make the right calls and sideline to sideline. If Troy comes back, we need him in coverage. If JD Bertrand comes back this game, we need him to help with the run game. So they're going to be key to this defense, being able to adjust, play in, play out, and
Mhm.
keep Justin Herbert behind that line of scrimmage and throw him out of rhythm.
Got to, y'all.
Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna go with mines right quick, man. And I got to go Jimmy Lake, man, as an X factor, man. What did you do on your time off? What did you see, yourself doing? What can you see yourself doing differently going forward, man? Did you have that man in the mirror moment? Did you say, okay, it's time to scrap this. It's time to implement this because this is playoff football from here on out, man. Want to know is the mentality. You guys alluded to it, Chris and Smitty the other night, man. It's important how you play from here on out, right? Don't overwhelm yourself. Just take it an approach at a time. And it starts with Jimmy Lake and that defense. That defense
Right.
hasn't done us any good this year, really. Other than that Panthers game, got to keep going back to that game. I mean, that's as complete as his defense has looked all year, really, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but hey, tell me otherwise. But yeah, so for me, it's Jimmy Lake, man. Are you going to start using your personnel a whole lot better? Feature Brandon
Mhm.
Dorless a little bit more. Zach Harrison, hello, is a guy that can do a thing or two on this defensive line. Feature him a little bit more. Mix up the packages that you have, or the guys, the guys to create that. So a lot hinders on what Jimmy does on Sunday. So I'm going with him. Go ahead, Smitty.
One question. Well,
Yeah.
two questions. Where
Uh-oh.
the hell is Damone Harris and where the hell is Khalid Kareem? Those two guys that play with a lot of energy, and you
Yep.
put them back on the practice squad, they should be elevated up to the roster. If Lorenzo Carter's not doing his job, you put him out the game. Ebiketie not doing his job. Yeah, those two guys to come in and bring you some energy. Jimmy Lake has
Mhm.
got to figure that out, man. If you see these guys in here bringing it every Sunday, and they're trying to fight for a job, give them snaps. Because
That
at the end of the
Khalid
day,
kid, that Broncos game, if you look at the footage, he
he
had
was
the
playing.
best game out of all the defensive linemen, in my opinion. Bro talk, you can
Right.
yay or nay.
Yeah,
But
you can.
Yeah, now he
very
did
solid
well
game.
to
Set
me.
the edge very well, and he was the more successful ones on the stunts too. They sent him a couple times in that game, which,
Mm.
by the way, had Bo Nix rushing his progressions, rushing his passes that led to 3 and outs and incomplete passes. So
Mhm.
yeah. So on offense, I'll finish my offense, man. I gotta go again with Kyle Pitts, man. I gotta go. I gotta go
Lazy
with him,
bone?
brother.
No, just
Yeah,
playing.
I gotta go with
Lazy
him, man.
bone.
I'm not trying to pick on him, but these linebackers for the Chargers, the Chargers are pretty, they're pretty aggressive, right? And can Kyle Pitts really get his head out of his ass, man, and just get something going, man? So for me, is this game could be could come down to how much he can affect the game to allow everything else to work under them. Find someone who won't give up like the Falcons haven't give up on Zocon.
And I promise you, Kerry, that's what I'm
Meaningless
looking
snaps
for out
right
here.
there. It's Zoe Carter, man.
That's what we all looking for. Just that person that can hold us down, like the Falcons hold down.
Oh
Zocon.
man, yo, take his
Trying to tell
snaps
you.
away. Put him in special teams.
He
And
going
man,
on trips
Damone
and
Harris
everything.
played
Passport.
back-to-back game. Damone Harris played in. He had an excellent game in both games. He was helping with the run. He was getting after the quarterback. And you need that kind of energy, man. If you can't find it from your starters, go to somebody that's going to, come off the bench and do what they need to do. Because if y'all remember LaKale London last year, when Grady went out, LaKale London played very, very solid last year.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
No, you did. I mean, that's what I'm saying too, guys. Like guys who are giving effort. I don't care about contracts or nothing like that. If it is such thing as we want to get this guy out here because we're paying him. At the end of the day, man, I just want the best players on the field. I don't care about the contract. If we have 12, if we have 10 guys that are out there who are getting after the quarterback, who are making plays, and they just are cheap, then so be it, man. I'm just tired of it, man. I just want the best
again,
on the field.
I will say this, and I told Chris this the other night. We had a talk the other night. This is what made Bill Belichick great. He didn't give a damn where you were drafted in the draft. You can be 4th round, 5th round, undrafted. If you fit his scheme and you went out there and did your job, you were gonna get playing time. And that's the approach that the Falcons need to take.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that's big, fellas. That'll be big.
Bro talk.
What you got, bro talk? I'm talking about he got
the
that them lips was up to the nose, baby. I'm like, what's going on?
We don't need confidence. I know. I personally know the tight end. I personally know a tight end that was wrecking shit just this past week. I'll let him speak.
This guy named Jonnu Smith. I think he played for the Falcons.
Oh, he's talking about me. No, for those of you that don't know, I played. I put it out on X. I played some flag football this past weekend, and let's just say my ankles and my feet still hate me. Anyways, so your boy did his thing. Look, you see this? This was the casualty of the game. See that?
Damn. Wow. Dang. What you got? Tackled, man? Somebody push you down?
No, I dove for a ball. Instinct kicked in and I dove. I gave it all my all
instincts.
Out. Instinct. Must be
nice to still be young.
Did you catch it?
I don't feel young. I don't feel young. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna lump my offense.
The man hit the one hand Odell Beckham catch.
No, I didn't. I did get called Tony Gonzalez on the field though. They're like, "Okay, Tony Gonzalez." I said,
"There we go.
All right, I'll take that."
Did you dunk over the goalpost afterward?
No, I barely got.
The man just said his feet hit him.
Well, they probably hurt him. He probably tried to dunk.
Come on now.
My X factors is one person, and that's the head coach. What are you going to do to get your team right and make sure that they understand what your message is and say, this is a must-win game. We have to stop hurting ourselves offensively, defensively, special teams. Play complementary football. Help each other out. Long sustained drives on offense means you can pin your ears back on defense and be rested and give it 110% every snap. We've seen it. The defense is on the field too much. It all goes to hell. Special teams gives up field position, puts the defense in a bad situation. Fumbled return, bad return, offense is in a bad situation. Penalties. Raheem, you got to rally your troops. Anytime I hear Raheem talk, he gives me belief. Does that translate to his team? And now you got to hold those guys accountable. Raheem, this fan base and this team needs you. That's my X factor.
All right now. I like it.
I love it, man. That's it, man.
Give it a round
you
of
can
applause.
definitely find all this exclusivity here on the 95 North Sports Machine. I'm your host, Berto, followed by Antoine Smitty Smith, Chris Tipmore, and Bro Talk, fellas. What a show. What a show. What a show. We're going to wrap it up real quick before we go into a on-the-spot segment, man. We're going to talk Thanksgiving for a few minutes, man. But let's give those score prediction. Folks in the chat, please chime in if you can, if you will. Score prediction time. Bro Talk, go ahead, man. You lead the way, brother.
Everyone, anything I posted positively on social media, on Twitter, right? It's always been, nope, same old Falcons. Nope, we're going to lose. Nope, we're going to lose the division, everything. I believe we right the ship. I believe it. I believe the Chargers on paper look better because they execute a little bit better. Don't get it twisted. They're the same Chargers team they have been. Okay? I think we do. The defense isn't what we want, but they're better. The offense executes better. And Younghoe Koo kicks the game-winning field goal. Give me the Falcons 23-21.
You must have saw my NFC roundtable last night.
No, I didn't.
See my game prediction.
I said the exact same thing.
No, we all have the same prediction.
Oh, shit.
I said 27-24.
We don't. I think you and Smitty do.
I said 27-24. Younghoe Koo wins it in the end. That's what I said.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the Falcons finally get their first win against Jim Harbaugh. Get their first win against Justin Herbert. Take care of business this Sunday And it's still going to be a tough game, hard-nosed game. I still expect that the Chargers are going to come out with trying to play inspired football, but we just got to come in there, punch them in the mouth. We're more healthy. We have the home field advantage. Please, fans, show up early, be in your seats early, and let's be there for the opening snap, not at the bar. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm going 23-20.
Oh man,
Falcons.
Everybody at 3 point. Yeah, I mean, hey.
I'm at a 3.2, bro. I'm at a 3.2.
And
man.
honestly, it will not be Young Waku. It will be the defense standing up and closing out this game. Yep. Bold prediction right there. Bold prediction.
Wow. Hey, that by bold as it comes.
Oh man. Oh,
what you got, Birdo? Come on.
Yo, 24-21 Falcons, man. Falcons gonna get right, man. I think we're gonna turn the corner, man. I think they understand that their best football is ahead of them. We've seen some good things from the squad early on, but I think the Falcons' best football is ahead of them. I think they know and they understand. And like you mentioned, Raheem is a motivator, right? So I think that the right message is resounding in that locker room right now to get these guys right. So give me 24-21, the good guys, the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday.
And for y'all that said y'all don't want to come down to a close game, sometimes that can build up confidence. And if Young Waku can win a football game, those bad games he had the last month, I think that erases and cleans it out of his mind. And that gives him a clean streak to go ahead. And yeah, he's going to be key down the stretch because
I'm trying to give the defense something to build off of. Seriously, we need something.
So,
past 2 weeks before the bye week. Yes,
that's what we talk about: defense and special teams. If both of those can help us close this game out, hey, that's positive for the last 5 games after this.
Man. Boy, folks,
Bro,
man.
He
got
the play calling.
You look like Matt Patricia.
I know how much. Throw that away. What are you putting that in the air for?
Yo,
knocking on wood. Man,
all love, man. All love.
You know that ESPN segment? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Of course, man. Of course, man. But definitely, folks, man, thank you so very much, man. And yeah, we're gonna end this show saying a little something, man, what we're thankful for. As we all know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, man. We got to talk about that, man. Yeah, drop your favorite dishes in the chat, man. Mine's is
anybody put pumpkin pie, y'all getting blocked. I'm gonna just tell you.
Hey, man, come on now. Mac and cheese. Give me mac and cheese all day. Okay. Mac and cheese.
Your uncle's mac and cheese, right?
Man, fuck that dude, bro. I don't want none of that.
Yo, I had to give I'm sorry. I don't like onions.
I'm telling you, bro, he's coming. That thing is staying all the way at the other side of the counter.
Like that.
Hey, bro, then he's gonna say, no one ate mine, huh? Yeah, man, you gotta get the message by now, man. He has to get the message by now. 3 years in a row, bro. Nobody touches that, man. Nobody touches that, bro.
You better be glad you're my friend because you wouldn't.
Nah, Gary, don't listen to him. Smitty's just a hater.
Harry's a real one. Harry's a real one. She knows where it's at, man. Pumpkin pie, come on, man. Come on now.
Together, Gary. My goodness.
I take it you eat it too, bro. Talk.
Here, I'll do this. I'm a side guy. I don't really care for the turkey. I don't really care for the ham. I'm a side guy. So I'm going to go with my favorite side, homemade mashed potatoes. And then my favorite dessert is going to be pecan pie, homemade pecan pie.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not bad. That's not bad.
That's very southern. I love it. Love it.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I got to go with the mac and cheese dressing. And actually, I like salmon on Thanksgiving. I know it's not traditional.
Oh, man, you eat salmon every time.
Hey, I got a coworker that does the same thing, bro. I ain't mad at you, man.
Bro, we got the slabs of it, like turkey, for real.
I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a fish guy, so
yeah.
No, I feel but, it's just man, turkey. I don't know, man.
Hold up. We got a good question right here. Antonio just wondering, what are we drinking?
What are you drinking?
Brother, And for all that don't know, for all of those that don't know, I am Puerto Rican. Shaka, Coquito is where it's at, man. If you don't know what Coquito is, better get in tune because that's just think of it this way: some eggnog with a kick, with a good kick at that.
Oh, I've had
Coquito's
that.
my
I've had
go-to.
that.
Yeah, I had that too. That's pretty good.
Yep.
What am I having?
But I think I'm gonna have
I may have. Go ahead, brother.
I think I'm gonna just have me some Absolute and some margarita mixture together. That's pretty good with some ice.
I like me a good Moscow Mule. Y'all ever had a Moscow Mule?
Oh, the Moscow.
I like me a good Moscow Mule. My wife got me into that, and that's like one of my favorites now.
Bad Bunny has a good song called Moscow Mule, by the way. And then Carrie says Coquito on Christmas, not Thanksgiving for me. Coquito's essential any point, man. You can start that shit from September on.
Yeah.
Hey, Berto, this is what you need to check out right here.
Sweet potato pie. Okay.
I've never tried that. I need to try that.
Yeah.
I need to try that.
Sweet potato pie with some whipped cream.
But my favorite Thanksgiving, I'm a size guy too, bro talk. Dressing in collard greens and cranberry sauce. Those are my three
cranberry
favorites.
Sauce.
I can just eat that just by itself. Just by itself.
Collard greens do me justice. Man. As far as like drinking, I'm simple, man. Just give me some tequila and I'm good to go. Jaja to be it. Jaja.
Wait.
Some people would call that
simple and say tequila.
Tequila on the rocks, huh? A little salt on the rim or no?
Nah, no salt. I don't need all.
I was gonna say this is not a salty guy. For a guy that always finds his inner peace, I doubt he has an inch of salt in him.
Miss Carrie, my wife makes homemade cranberry sauce.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Homemade definitely. Don't give me that canned stuff. I don't want. Actually,
no, hell no, man.
No way. She put that orange zest in there.
Exactly. Oh, boy, boil it down with that orange zest.
Oh yeah, that
good
kills
stuff, bro.
Oh yeah,
good stuff, man. Oh man, so before we end the show, man, of course Thanksgiving, but it's a day also to give thanks, man. So around the panel, man, if you guys can muster up something right quick that you're thankful for, also the folks in the chat. I'm gonna keep mine's cliche. I'm gonna keep mine's, by the book, whatever you want to call it. But definitely thankful for the family. Be thankful for my family. Be thankful, man. Thank God for everything that He's blessed me with and blessed all of us with, man. So definitely. Is what I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful for you guys as well, Bro Talk, Chris, Smitty, man. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys have been rocking with us. We've been doing this all week for 13 weeks, all 12 weeks at that, man. And it's been great. So I'm glad that we were able to, cross each other's paths via this crazy content community. But nonetheless, man, wouldn't have it with any other guys other than you, man. So I'm thankful for y'all, man. Thank you so much for what you guys do on a day-to-day basis to impact this community, man.
And I'm thankful for my followers and my subscribers on YouTube, man. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful to still have my grandmother around because she's been the sunshine of my life the whole 45 years I've been on this earth. So I'm still thankful to have her around. Thankful, my daughter, my wife, but thankful, to see, another Thanksgiving, man. Football is everything, and I'm thankful for that too, Miss Lisa. Thankful I'm not an Aints fan. So I'm thankful for all of that, man. But again, man, I'm thankful for family, friends, and thankful for y'all, man. Y'all have helped me push my game to another level. And as I told y'all from the jump, it was just God that linked us together because it was just crazy how it all happened.
Right. Oh man, for real, I would say I'm thankful for growth in 2024 because back in January, I remember saying this year was the year of growing, and we've all grown, individually, collectively, on this panel, doing different shows, giving, Falcons fans, Falcons content creators something to go off of. I actually believe that, like Smitty said, God brought us together, and that's something that you have to be grateful for. I have gratitude for, growing, not my channel personally. People who tap in with me, sometimes it feels like
shout out you.
You don't. Oh, shout out to you and happy Thanksgiving, brother. So I know sometimes it feels like as content creators, sometimes we may feel like we're talking to ourselves, and we're thankful for people who come in on the lives, who comment on the videos, to help us get us out there in the algorithm. So thank you to each and every last one of y'all. Of course, thank you to God, you know what I'm saying? Because without him, we can't do anything. Thankful for life, health, and strength.
Absolutely.
And also thankful for the opportunity every single day that is given to become better than the day I was before.
So you have found your inner peace today.
Oh, every day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, honestly, I'm big on that because it was a time where I was not a peaceful person. So at the end of the day, I am proud and very humble to say that that like people can change. Like, for real. I'm a witness.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Can you give them the info on your new album dropping?
My new album dropping? Shoot, man. The new album will be out probably summer 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like for the hot boy summer type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout for the back. Hot boys coming back, man.
What's the hit song on there?
Oh, Gold Medal, but I'll explain later. Go ahead.
You know what it was. Say it with your chest.
Oh,
I can't with these guys, man.
That's an inside joke.
I can't with these. I can't with these guys.
I mean, we've all said it. I'm thankful for each and every day I'm able to wake up and walk on this earth. I'm thankful for being able to provide for my family and be able to do this with you guys, and for having, you guys reeling me in and having me a part of the panel. I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for my wife, who's very supportive of what I do. Besides this, she's super supportive. She's the one that pushed me to do this. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for my children, who I get to be their dad. And that's one of the best things I could have ever asked for. I get to be the dad that, be the dad that I always wanted for them. So I'm very thankful for that, and thankful for my health. I hope I get to live a long life and watch everyone grow as content creators, as people, my kids, my wife, and then hopefully witness a Falcons Super Bowl.
Let's go, man.
You forgot to say that you're thankful for them plates you be pushing off on the live stream. Because
I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Yes, that's another thing. I'm thankful. If you guys aren't here early in the show, typically my wife sends me in with some dinner. It's usually something different.
Arm slide to the door with a plate.
Yeah, you'll see her sometimes open this door and slide me in some food.
Slide something right on it.
She keeps my belly full, and she makes sure I'm well taken care of. So
y'all gotta go back and watch. Y'all gotta go back and watch our draft party. Okay, go back and watch the draft party, y'all.
Bro, that's what it was all about. He does that on. Oh man, I can't talk about that. Man.
I'll have to try and find. I'll have to try and find that video, Chris. Yeah, if you guys weren't here on draft night last year, I think I got 3 different dishes plus dessert sent to me because it was a long night in the first round. So thankful, just
she came in there like 3 times.
He had the best chickpea salad on air ever. And
bro,
I'll have to. You know what, guys? You know what? You've inspired me. I'm thankful for you guys giving me inspiration. Every time my wife cooks me dinner, it's gonna be posted on X. How about that?
There it is.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Put on the hashtag. I had to put a ring on it.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go. Oh man,
Nacho Rodriguez has been following
from
us
Chile.
Chile, that's our guy, man.
Shout out.
Yeah, so he found this man on X, and
we're gonna have to take a trip to Chile now, y'all. Let Nacho show us around down there.
You know what? If the Falcons ever get a game down in South America, maybe.
Hey man,
maybe.
No, hey, we can take that trip. We can do some shows from down there.
Oh my god,
that would be a blessing.
Yo, I'm catching it today, bro. I mean, onions and mac and cheese is insane, bro. I'm still not over me neither. Your uncle cannot cook.
They should get 20. They should get 20 to life for doing that.
That's a crime.
That's crazy.
That is a crime, man. All right, folks. But we definitely, we got to end this, man. We got to end so we can give it back to y'all, man. Thank you to all the supporters. Thank you to the chat that we are truly grateful and appreciative of rocking with us every single Wednesday night. Thank you so very much. Again, we're going to give you your Wednesday night back so you guys can catch on and support other content creators that may be on at this present time. So shout out to all of them. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody enjoys their time tomorrow with their loved ones. And, be sure to catch us again Sunday post-game immediately after the Chargers game and Falcons game goes final. I'll be on Bleacher Report, but you can catch us back on YouTube, of course, breaking it down right around 4:40 or so. So hopefully all of y'all can come back and share your experiences on Thanksgiving and also vent on this Falcons win. I'm going to call it win. Shit.
Win.
So there is
Win
we're gonna
and you win.
God damn it. But
turn this season
Chris,
around,
please,
y'all.
Let the folks know where they can find you before we head out, man.
Hey, man, turn this season around, man. A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Be generational. Why? Because it's always time to be, and don't you settle for less, because you always can have more with the vision. As the gentlemen always say, and they ask me, have I found my peace today? Of course. Have you? If you haven't, positive energy always creates elevation. Make sure you find that guy today. Okay, Twitter and also Instagram, A1 Forever, the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Fire him on the Billboard Hot 100 too later on in the year. But y'all know where to find me, man. Y'all know where to find me, man. YouTube's Minute Sports Machine at Fatboy_Slim_21 on Twitter. I'm always blowing that thing up, man. And you can also catch me on the NFC South Roundtable every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We had a great show last night, man. Y'all please go check it out. They will be dropping a preview show for week 13 for the NFC South. So y'all check that out tomorrow morning. And like Berto said, man, catch us here on Sunday's post game, and y'all come through, vent with us, because we let the chat in to give their thoughts on the game. And they have some exceptional thoughts, and they give us good ideas going into the week what we should be talking about.
Absolutely.
You guys can catch me. Most of you guys know me from X at BK2 I do live reactions every Sunday, Monday, or whatever game, game day brings for the Falcons. So I'll be back doing that live reaction during the game at Dirty Bird Central, TikTok and YouTube. YouTube videos have started to drop. They're just informational videos discussing the previous game, the next game, what have you. I will say all 22 is officially dropping this following Chargers game. I have it all set up. I worked out the kinks so we can start finally dropping that. So if you're into all 22 film study, it's my opinion. I'm not the smartest guy, but I like to think I know what I'm talking about from here and there. So if you like to see that kind of stuff, stop on by to the YouTube channel. And then, thank you guys.
Berto, may I say this right quick? And I got
absolutely.
I got to say this, man, and I hope he listening, because this directed to him, and it's not the people that you expecting, because we mended those fences. We start back working together. We're doing it for the logo, but it's still some clowns out here that have my name in their mouth. They try to talk about my content, but I bring the content with my opinion and the way I view the game. And if you don't like it, man, just find you another channel to go to. Don't use my name to try to make yourself relative to get clout against me. Because one thing about me, I will shut you down and I will hurt your feelings. And I don't have a problem with doing that.
There we go.
But one thing about it, I don't like fried perms, and with them big ass ears, I hope you hear me.
Let's get it.
Damn.
Let's get it.
Okay, man. But hey, listen, man. It is, man. Hey, it is. Got to stop that shit, man.
Amen.
But I'm your boy Berto, host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show on YouTube. Find me on X under RI Falcons, and you can find me on Bleacher Report, man. I'll be live this Sunday, coming back again after the bye week. But you can catch me on there immediately after the Falcons and Chargers game goes final. So for Bro Talk, Chris, Smitty, I'm your boy Berto. We will see. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Stay away from the fake jersey with the numbers in your lap.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Definitely know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah. And watch out for and nobody start arguing no more with Jamal Anderson over the Dirty Bird.
Oh
Please.
my god.
Man.
Oh my god. That's another story. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.